Eugene Nida's framework completely revolutionized translation studies. It shifts the focus from word-for-word accuracy to achieving an equivalent effect. This prioritizes effect-for-effect communication over literal translation. The core theory here is equivalent effect. In Vietnamese, we call this hiệu ứng tương đương. A translation must act as a bridge to the target audience's understanding. It doesn't merely mirror the source language's structure. The ultimate goal is identical message comprehension for both audiences. We divide this equivalence framework into two primary strategic orientations. First, we have formal equivalence, or tương đương hình thức. Second, we have dynamic equivalence, or tương đương động. Let's look at formal equivalence, or tương đương hình thức. This prioritizes absolute faithfulness to the source text's form and structure. The aim is a direct literal match in syntax, vocabulary, and meaning. You'll see this source-oriented approach required in highly specific contexts. Typical examples include legal contracts, religious scriptures, and technical patents. In these documents, exact wording carries historical weight and legal authority. Now, dynamic equivalence, or ting dung dong, shifts the focus entirely to the target audience. It prioritizes natural expression and adapts the message to the receiver's culture. The goal here is functional impact over literal adherence. This target-oriented approach is the preferred strategy for everyday communication. You'll typically use this in advertisements, news reports, and modern literature. A natural, native-sounding outcome is absolutely essential for success in these fields. To summarize, formal equivalence aims to stay faithful to the source text's form. It uses a literal, word-for-word approach. Dynamic equivalence aims to be faithful to the source text's intent and effect. It relies on a functional, sense-for-sense methodology. Consider this financial text. Wall Street is charging ahead as the bulls take control of the market. A formal translation produces Nhung con bò đực nắm quen kiểm soát thị trường. This literal animal metaphor just confuses Vietnamese readers. A dynamic translation produces Sắc xanh bao trùm thị trường. This successfully adapts the imagery to local market realities. Today, artificial intelligence is completely transforming translation. AI excels at generating formal equivalence because it handles direct syntax incredibly well. However, it frequently fails to achieve dynamic equivalence. Why does it fail? AI predicts patterns based purely on probability. It completely lacks conscious strategic intent and cultural awareness. Its ability to adapt to a specific reader's socio-pragmatic needs remains severely limited. This specific limitation requires an intentional agent, or in Vietnamese, tác nhân có chủ ý. The human mediator acts as this agent. We guide the AI toward functional success and communicative impact. The intentional agent must apply a cultural filter to the AI's literal output. We reestablish logical flow and ensure contextual resonance. This transforms raw output into a text fit for purpose. As AI grows more advanced, a major question remains: will technology ever learn to bridge the cultural gap entirely on its own? This video is brought to you by the IELTS FOCUS 08477 05973, an English center specializing in IELTS preparation.